Red Bull gives you wings.
Hey guys, Level Cap here, and welcome to This Week in Gaming. And this one was a big one for Titanfall fans, and GTA 5 has also passed over $500 million in microtransaction sales. We've also simplified the table of contents, so if you're here for first-person shooter news or DLC news, just click its category. Mobile users, see the description for timestamps. Alright, now the Titanfall 2 hype train is officially leaving the station, serving as a teaser to the game's full reveal on June 12th. This is the first footage we've seen of Titanfall 2, and it looks pretty impressive. And while it doesn't reveal much, there is a hint that Titans will have melee weapons. The original Titanfall sorely lacked the depth and variety, especially in Titan combat, to keep people invested in the game. Increasing the variety of what mechs can do in a unique way, at the very least, adds a new layer to the upcoming game's combat. Now, Titanfall at its core was a solid game. It was built on a robust engine that's been around for a long time. We'll have to see what the new engine is built on, and we'll also have to see if there's meaningful innovations made to the game so that hopefully it lasts a bit longer in this highly competitive world of first-person shooter games. Another game with a huge amount of potential, No Man's Sky, was featured again as part of IGN's First for April. Sean Murray, the game's creator, demoed the title, showcasing its survival elements, crafting, NPC interactions, as well as seamless interplanetary travel and combat. While there's no question that No Man's Sky has a massive universe, its depth as an actual game has been routinely questioned. The demo, however, does show considerable evidence that No Man's Sky is more than just Minecraft in space. As it stands, No Man's Sky is shaping up to be one of the big system sellers for the PS4 and should do quite well on PC. And speaking of games doing well, GTA 5's microtransactions have allegedly netted over $500 million in sales. This particular sales figure was as part of a lawsuit against Rockstar's parent company, Take-Two, filed by Rockstar North's former president, Leslie Benzies. The lawsuit is over royalties and makes several claims about GTA 5, including that it has potential to achieve the greatest profit margin of any game created in the GTA franchise, thanks to the microtransactions having a nearly 100% profit margin. With 60 million copies of GTA 5 having been sold since its release, it's no surprise that the game is making a lot of money. With the added profit brought in by microtransactions, Rockstar is sure to have more than enough money to make their next game even bigger than GTA 5. Now, the independent gaming scene is also having a great week as Stardew Valley passed 1 million copies sold since its release in February. The Harvest Moon-inspired farming and marriage simulator was developed mostly by its creator, Eric Barone. It's also the first in a series of indie game releases that have sold incredibly well this year. Both Firewatch and Enter the Gungeon sold over 200,000 copies in their first week of release. With such niche games selling so well, it's obvious that the gaming market has expanded hugely in the past few years and that gamers are more inclined to buy some of these indie-style titles, probably largely in part due to Minecraft's massive success. Moving on, despite Quantum Break continuing to have huge performance issues on PC, it's now the best-selling game published by Microsoft for the Xbox One. The game's developers recently put out a list of PC-specific issues they're attempting to fix. With problems ranging from FPS stuttering to not having a quit option, you'd think bugs are the game's biggest issue. On Xbox One, Quantum Break essentially renders at 720p and upscales to 1080p. On PC, the same is true, but there's no way to turn it off, and it scales to always render the game at 2/3 of the set resolution. While such a rendering technology makes sense on the Xbox One's limited hardware, on PC, it's totally out of place. Considering how poorly the game runs on PC despite the upscaling, a lot could be said about Microsoft's continued trend of publishing bad PC ports of their first-party titles. The Division is also continuing to have a rough time. Its latest update brought a new mission and a ton of changes as well as new bugs to the game. With players reporting issues like deleted characters and matchmaking errors, the Incursion update has had a mixed reception. Not to mention there's also rampant cheating occurring on the PC version of the game, and so far there doesn't seem to be any countermeasures in place. If you'd like more details on the patch, I made a
he brought me along to this road to success. I want to thank the Bob Williams staff, Brendan Vogel, George Reed, Andrew Mickey. What can I say? Adrian, in October, he won his 4th world title. He's ready to defend his world title. DC, as far as, their interest in the fight is very high. The ticket sales have done phenomenal so far. And he's an undeniable star in the sport. Ladies and gentlemen, Adrian Bro.
First of all, I want to thank God, man. He really blessed me. I've been in some crazy situations. And for me to be here is, really a miracle, honestly. I want to thank everybody for coming out. And